The instrument itself was introduced 2013, and it was quite a simple instrument just to provide loans together with banks. It was used for many reasons or many different projects, for equipment, for investment, for buildings. It's simple, you don't have to approve every invoice afterwards, and there are controls obviously, but they are not so extensive. It's really simple tool, and it's quite flexible as well. They can pay it back as soon as they want. We have taken the approach that all the investments which generate profit afterwards, we try to bring these into the financial instruments, and everything what's to do with environment or energy efficiency or something like that. And for these we are willing to consider also the grants. Where we started is still we had a survey about the financial possibilities from the banks, and from this survey we got a real understanding that there was a big market failure, especially for the very small enterprises, and then for the very big loans and then very long loans. So this is where the incentive came from. The tip for us was to keep it simple. We were lucky enough to have the Rural Credit Fund being there, who already kind of was dealing in an environment of the loans and grants, and then they knew what they were doing.
We are intermediary, so we actually are working with the entrepreneurs to give them the service, loans. The loans are rather concretely designed. There is a loans designed for processing and for aquaculture. So those are the two areas where we can offer a loan. Responsibility what entrepreneurs take with this loan, they have to think their business idea is much more true than in grants. So it's their responsibility what they take is raising the quality of the projects. And in aquaculture we have a new loan scheme which is loans up to 400,000 euros and very long loans, 10 to 15 years. They are helped by this very long period, which is not normal in commercial banks. And this has shown, the life has shown that this is really important for them, and it might help them to survive. So the financial instruments in this case are very important, that it's long-term loans. We provide loans to processing in two different ways. We provide up to 100,000 euro loans directly from us, which are up to 5 years, and then we also provide a long-term investment loan together with the banks. We call it co-loaning, which may go up to 1 million, and we can lend inside this project up to 500,000. So it's a co-lending cooperation with the banks, and the idea with this scheme is that we can double the money going to sector.
Banks usually loan, at least in our part of the world nowadays, for 5 years, sometimes 6. Financial instruments can be used for 10, even I think up to 15 is the maximum. We are building at the moment the fish meal and fish oil factory, and the money from the financial instrument would mostly go to the new electrical connection that we have to build, sewage system, and similar activities. We can process 300 tons of raw material a day, and hopefully in the first year or two we will be able to do around 30,000 tons of fish in that. The financial instrument that we applied for, compared to what banks give you, it's easier. The terms are usually better, especially the period. So that's crucial. You have more time to earn it back and pay it back. Some projects get like first 2, 3, 4 years, you only pay back interest. So not the main part of the loan, but only interest. That's a huge benefit for a startup.
We applied for a loan for 15 years. We needed a long-term money. We bought some new equipment. We bought the totally new manufacturing line, and with that we can produce totally different product group, which we are doing until now. Currently we have 25 people working in Zara Fish Exports, but we will employ more people after we will finish this project. We will be employing, I think, approximately 6 to 7 more people. We can approach new clients in new markets, and that's a big thing for us.
We are now thinking about more kind of differentiated approaches, so that we have a short-term loan and then we have a long-term loan, and then there are different rates for the interest rates depending on the collateral, for example, which is also a big problem. So in a way we can direct this measure a bit more precisely, and of course we cannot forget that the money is coming back, and we can use it more on once again on the for the other people in the sector who need it.